Hey guys, it's Chris and video 14. I'm actually a little bit nervous about doing this video. I've been talking with some friends recently who have been having some life difficulties and really heavy stuff, life and death type stuff. And I just felt compelled that this is probably a good time to share a little bit about my story and the hope that I've found. And you know, I don't know who this video specifically is for. I know though that it's for someone. Someone's watching this right now and needs to hear this message. It's important to know that, again, I'm doing these videos to share some of my story and to bring value, and I'm not looking for anything from anyone. So, maybe this video isn't for you, but maybe it's for someone that you care about. Maybe it's for a family member. Maybe it's for a friend you haven't talked to in a long time. But I want to let you all know that there is always hope. Until there isn't, there is always hope. My message, I've shared a lot in support groups that I have belonged to for a long time, but I haven't really shared it to you all a little bit. But many of you know that I'm sober, and I've been sober for over 6 years now. And when I can't even say that I made the decision. When I got to enough emotional and spiritual pain that I was willing to do something different, I was able to do something different. There's a misunderstanding about alcoholism and addiction that this is a choice and that people are choosing to do these things. And what I'll share with you, my experience is that it may have been a choice when I was 13 or 14 when I first picked up a drink, but 20 years later, it wasn't a choice anymore. There was no choice. I drank because it was the only way I knew how to process anything emotionally. If I was happy, I drank. If I was sad, I would drink. If I was just bored, I would drink. It's the only coping and tool that I had to do anything. And it wasn't because I wanted to do it. Every morning I would wake up and say, I'm not going to do that again. And by 5, 6, 7 o'clock, I was doing it again. I was sick. So it's not that I was choosing to be sick. It was that I was sick. And it's important to understand that these aren't bad people trying to do bad things. These are sick people. And so with sick people, the important thing is how do we help them get well? And this narrative that there's a choice and that they're choosing to stay sick, it doesn't do anything but keep people sick. So, for me, I had to get to a place where I just didn't want to live that way anymore, and I found a way out. I will suggest to anyone who's watching this, if you're struggling with that and trying to find that way out, I'm happy to steer you in the direction that I went and happy to share the help that I received. If you're a family member of somebody who's struggling, there's a lot of resources out there available to you too. Addiction and alcoholism are a family disease. They affect everyone. They don't just affect the person who's doing the drinking or doing the drugs. They affect the dynamics of everyone in that family, from kids to spouses to parents to brothers, sisters, friends. They affect the whole family dynamic. And there's a lot of sickness that's involved in that too. There's a lot of blame, there's a lot of resentment, there's a lot of sadness, there's a lot of emotions that need to get processed so people can keep moving. And I want to emphasize this message of hope because 6 years later, my life has never been better. I've experienced a lot of stuff in sobriety, death and divorce and but I've also experienced a lot of joy. I was able to experience the birth of my daughter sober and feel that joy. experiencing holidays without having to drink, experiencing just so much fullness. And, you know, just hope, you know. There are so many wonderful people that have come across my path and that are in my life today, including and especially, you know, Kelly, my ex-wife, who we're still as close as ever. And, you know, the relationship with my daughter is just incredible. And everything good in my life today is because I'm not drinking. And if I could drink like a normal person, I would. But it just isn't available to me, and I'm just not interested in it today. So, again, I don't know who this is for. I know it's for someone that's going to see this. You know, I hope when you're seeing this, you do something. You know, reach out. If you're in enough pain, just reach out. You know, there's a lot of people out there that want to help and that will help. You don't have to do this alone. None of us get out of this thing alone. So, you know, I hope that this brings value for someone. I think it will. And I'm here.